everybody. Welcome to Live at Chance's House, Season 2, Episode 8. And as I told you guys, we've got Xavier Valdez back on with us tonight. And this would mark, I believe, if I'm counting right, my math is right, this is number 5. So
That's right.
He's officially now a part of the show and not just
like a co-host.
Yeah, he's officially tonight. Well, for sure tonight he's definitely the co-host. So why are we doing this? Well, we're just gonna rap for a minute, and I wanted to share some stories and talk a little bit about the unlikely union of musicians.
Right.
And we got a song coming out, man. Not coming
That's
out.
right.
It's out. It is out. Shining Through. It's Friday. We're hitting it. Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon Music, you name it, it's out there. Shining Through is streaming in all music platforms as of right now. And we are going to, as we always do, especially, it seems like I premiere everyone else's videos and I've never really premiered my own. Mine are always done. We are going to premiere the video for Shining Through tonight, which was also a collaboration and a hell of a lot of fun. So,
That's right.
Hey, first off, X, how are you doing?
Good. I'm actually really, really good. I'm it's been a long time from not really, you know what? No, it hasn't been a long time from when we first started talking. I remember that night we were talking about, my music and then your music and how we like certain bands and certain styles, and then we kind of threw an idea of a project together, and then next thing you know, we're just like, look, we got this song and let's work on it. And I said, yeah, give me a second. I got to get some sounds together. I got to get what I'm thinking about in my head. And we just go back and forth. So I'm actually really, really relieved and happy that it came out the way it did. Like, I'm actually a little mind blown that the way we're not super pro or deep into the industry, so like to get us to make this collaborative effort and just to make it sound like that. And it doesn't have to be anybody's like favorite song, but you can't say that it's like, oh, this needs work. No, it doesn't. It's a really, really good song. So
it is. Happy. I'm happy too. And a little bit of backstory for everyone. I mean, look, there's a lot of people that watch this show every week, and so they know you now, and obviously kind of know our history and what that looks like. But it was kind of interesting how it played out. So ultimately, I can't remember. I think I reached out to you. I can't remember what it was. I think I listened to your song or something came across, and then
I remember it was Every Step had come on sponsored.
That's right.
And I decided to check it out. Because I hate Instagram ads and I hate everything about that. And I usually skip over everything. And for some reason, I was like, I'm just going to check this out. And so I did. And I was like, I like that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, I know we started talking, and actually Shining Through wasn't the first attempt. It was the first attempt was I had this song that I'd pulled out, and literally like the week before I had recorded a bunch of just demos on my computer and was digging through a bunch of old songs, and I was trying to repurpose a couple of them, and I'm still going to do it.
Nice.
But I remember that I had this one song. I was like, man, this could be cool, but I have to change the words, and I'm not really sure what I want to do. And I had sent you a raw video of me playing it. You're like, yeah, I think I could do something with that. And then I just didn't feel right about it. For some reason, I was like, nah, this is going to be too much work. Let's do something else. Well, I had just finished writing the lyrics to Shining Through. Like, I had sort of a bass idea, and I was like, all right, I'm going to do this. And so I recorded it in Logic, put it to a beat. I had already told you I was wanting to do something kind of like an indie sound. And then you said, well, you know what I've kind of wanted to do is like have sort of like this Western theme. And I'm like,
yeah,
all right, well, yeah, I mean, and I didn't really have that in mind. But when I started looking at the words, I was like, well, it could. Plus also
sure.
I happen to play in a Southern rock country band too. So
sure.
It's not like it's completely out of my wheelhouse. And so I remember the first, when I sent it to you, you're like, okay, I'm going to do some stuff. And you like were on it. Like if I remember right, it only took you like 3 days to like pull it off. You sent me the beats first, and you're like, I got this guitar idea. And you sent me this is what I remember. You sent me the first like 40 seconds of it, but you're like, hey man, the first 21 seconds are blank. You're going to have to fast forward to it. So I had like this little snippet and I'm like, what is this? Wait, this is awesome. No,
Yeah.
I need more. Well, I haven't finished it yet. I'm like, well, get on that. So guys, for those, listen, we're going to play the song, and I know a couple of people have actually previewed it because I put it out, and it's on all the streamers right now. So if you want to listen to it, you can. But the song started off, you've heard me play it live before here. It's just me and an acoustic guitar. And I wanted something different. And I knew that Xavier's got a very specific style, and it's not really in my wheelhouse. I love his music though, but I don't know how to make beats. I don't really know how to get that sound. I've never really tried. It's not that I wouldn't learn, and maybe I will one of these days just to do something different. But man, I have an Alesis SR16 drum machine from 1988. That ain't gonna cut it. So for me, I was like, I want something that sounds kind of cool and modern and hip. And after all, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. And I was like, hey, you know what? This will be a cool collaboration. Well, he started to come up with some ideas, but the thing that hooked me was this, like, he made this killer guitar solo. You guys will hear it. And I was like, that's like a really cool, hey, can you break this down? Then your next thing you know, we're like collaborating, and he's calling, well, what do you think about this? And what was funny is that we were doing this dance because he knew I wrote the song, but he was trying to go, well, I don't want to do too much because it's your thing. And I could feel it, even though we didn't talk about it. Is that right? Did you feel that way?
Yeah, totally.
And I didn't feel that way. I was just like, yeah, do whatever. And I wasn't trying to like make him do all the work, but I also was like, let's just see where this goes. And I mean, obviously if I don't like something, I'll tell you, but there wasn't anything I didn't like. So we got sort of his final product, and I was like, okay, well, what are we going to do? And so we got it mixed and mastered. And then I got it and I was like, okay, yeah, it's great. I love it. And for whatever reason, I just did something. I did this thing. I was like, because we had actually kicked around the idea that maybe Xavier would release the song under his name with me as a primary songwriter. And then we thought about, well, maybe we'll release it under my name and then I'll put his name on it. Ultimately, the way the industry works is weird. So how it works is that no matter what, I wrote the song. So I get what's called the
songwriter,
the songwriter royalty.
Yeah.
But like if anything else, if you quote unquote cover a song, you can get what's called the mechanical royalty. And the mechanical royalty is a payment from Spotify, a download from Apple Music, a whatever it may be. And we were trying to figure out what we're going to do and how we're going to split this up and what we're going to do. And ultimately, no matter what happens, if he covered my song, like if I wrote the song and had nothing to do with it and Xavier made the song and made it his own, he could sell it on any platform he wants, just like how I released Like a Stone from Audio Slave. I get paid for that song whenever it gets bought.
Yeah.
But I have to pay a royalty to the publisher. I would also be the publisher. So it's like 18 cents a download or whatever. It doesn't matter. That's not the point. But we scrapped that idea, and I said, this is too complicated. I'm going to release it. Xavier and I have a deal. We're going to do it. If this thing blows up, we'll both be millionaires. It'll be great. But in the meantime, I was like, man, there's just something. I had something in my head, and it wasn't bad. It was just like something in my head. I just got to get something worked out, and I'll tell you what it is. I'm going to embarrass myself.
Sure.
I'll tell you what it is. My vocals weren't in tune.
Oh, with the
right.
I think I remember. Yeah.
And as much as I'd like to think that I have perfect pitch, I don't. And anyone who watches live at Chance's house knows that I crack occasionally, and maybe more often than I think, and whatever. It doesn't matter. Look, I needed to get tuned up. My instrument needed to be tuned up. So I was like, all right, well, my buddy Chris, who's produced everything I'd done, I sent him everything. And I was like, hey, can you just like fix my vocal, just tune it up, and send it back to me? He said, yeah, let me listen to it. So then he listens to it and he's like, yeah, I think I can do this, but there's some stuff and it's kind of weird and I have to work around some things. And I was like, all right, look, I don't want to make it complicated. Yeah, I'll throw you some cash. Obviously, I don't want you to do it for nothing. I thought this would be quick. All you'd have to do is run it through your little magic machine and everything would be great. Well, it ended up not being that. And then he calls me.
Right.
He's like, bro, I don't know. And I'm like, what? I'm not the producer. I'm the singer. You tell me what do we need to do? And he's like, hey, I got this great idea. And I'm like, oh shit. And I was like, So then I got super nervous about it because I didn't know what he was going to do. And then he calls me. He's like, dude, I got this mix. I want you to hear it. I've redone this and I redid this, but I kept these parts and I think you're going to love it. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Hold on. I just finished doing this collaboration. Don't screw it up. He's like, no, it's great. And I used a lot of the same stuff and I just want you to know. And so I was nervous as hell to even call you because I listened to it.
That's right.
I was like, dang, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
And I didn't want it to be a thing where it was like, hey, we just did all this work and put effort into it, where it was going to be, oh, hey, I just, threw that out. And, oh, by the way, none of the things no, it wasn't that way at all. As a matter of fact, he basically took our big ball and threw it in and did all of his magic things.
Right.
And, what came out was pretty amazing. Basically what he did was he cleaned up the bass. All of the stuff was, he got everything tuned up, but he added some effects. He, kept the beats the same, but he used a different processor.
Yeah.
Obviously got the vocals done, but he told me, he's like, dude, you know what makes this song great? I'm like, what's that? He's like, the guitar is really cool. He said, I like the guitar. It sounds really cool. He said, I did add some just to throw it in there to like kind of beef it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But I really like what happened here, and it sounds really cool. Anyway, so that's what happened. Anyway, I called Xavier and I was like, I did a thing. I didn't really do it. He did it. I just wanted him to fix my stuff. Just listen to it and tell me what you think. And I remember you called me, you're like, dude, we can't not put this out.
Exactly. Yeah. I thought no matter what process the song or whatever I'm working with goes through, if we can get it to like whoever it goes through, if we can get it to a specific point where everybody's just like, okay, this is like so much better than what was originally anticipated, let's go with that, because I'd rather, be proud of what I do. It doesn't matter if, you had sent it off to someone else and they said, hey, I just want to fix some things up. I get the vision and blah, blah, blah. Here's something, what I'm feeling that might be a little bit more your style or your taste. As soon as I heard it, I immediately knew. I was like, okay, this is like what we had gone through. Sure. But if this person was willing to make this a little bit better, I'm going to do that. I'm definitely going to do that. I have to go that route because, we're putting out good shit. We have to. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. And, I think ultimately the story, and I told you from the beginning, because by this time we were already, you had already been on my show, I think at least twice, and we were still working on stuff, and it was like a month later and we got things going. I mean, this has been a short time. I mean, you got to imagine, I don't think we connected until around the middle of April. That's when I started doing home at Chance's house. So let's see, May, June, July, August, September, October. It's only been 8 months.
Right.
We've only really been hanging out and talking for about 8 months.
That's right.
And so by the time
we haven't even met in person.
It's true.
It's been virtual.
It's been virtual the entire time. And look, at the end of the day, we've gotten to know each other really well. We've talked about all this stuff. I mean, you're as much of a brother to me as anyone else. And I'm glad that we have, but I was like, man, I don't want to, it's just that thing. I didn't want to screw something up.
I'm glad you feel that way, but like I feel like we have this good understanding that will never be a problem with us. Like it was just, you got to tell me, hey, we're making this fucking song better. And I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. No. And I think part of that though also, and is that I've never, and I don't want to say never, I had it early on. Like one of my closest friends that I went to high school with, this guy that showed me how to play guitar. His name's Gil. I wrote a lot of songs with him. We had a lot of fun when we were young and dumb and drinking and, under 21 and doing a bunch of crazy stuff. But I've never had, besides that, like later in life when I really felt like I was coming into my own and doing stuff, I've never had a writing partner. I've never had anyone that I can collaborate with. I've never really had anyone that said, hey, let's sit down and do something and find a process where it's kind of the back and forth.
Sure.
And so this was really kind of a first for me. I've never really done it. I mean, I've tried before with other people, but I have never recorded a song ever that had someone else's input besides mine, except when it happened like 25 years ago. Besides that, that was it.
Well, yeah.
And so, yeah, there was a lot. It wasn't any pressure. I mean, it was all the thing, but we have a very similar outlook, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
And so it was, it worked out to our advantage because I think it's great. So listen, let's watch the video. Let's get to the video.
Absolutely.
And then I want to talk about it because the video is a little crazy too. So,
yeah.
All right, everyone. So here we go. Another first live at Chance's house. Me, Xavier Valdez. The song is Shining Through. Check it out.
Now I can see the dusty road, and everything has become clear. The nightfall's coming and the sunset is gone, and it's starting to rain again. Where are we going? What are we gonna do? I've been laid out and dried up since then. Headlights coming and the moon is coming round. I want to be me again. I'm gonna walk right down this dusty road. I'm gonna try and find myself again. I'm gonna open up and cry to him. Oh Lord, I'm shining through. Oh Lord, I'm shining through. I'm all alone, my thoughts are broken. There needs to be some sacrifice. The sun is rising and I feel it coming on. I just want to find my way back home. I need to make a final choice, so don't waste my time. The rain comes pouring down and the planets collide. I look up for help, but this clouds tonight. I'm gonna walk right down this dusty road. I'm gonna try and find myself again. I'm gonna open up and cry to him. Oh Lord, I'm shining through. Oh Lord, I'm shining through. The dark falls, the story is heard. You see the color paintings on the wall. Damn you can't be that blind. Don't you see they say it all? I'm gonna walk right down this dusty road. I'm gonna try and find myself again. I'm gonna open up and cry to him. Oh Lord, I'm shining through. Oh Lord, I'm shining through. you.
I tell you, I like this video. And, you know, I think part of it, the reason why I like it is, look, we could have probably spent a bunch of dough, probably could have
Right.
in a different way. But first off, we had to do it remotely.
Yeah, I know. I showed the video to one of my friends, one of my very, very close friends, Adam, and he actually really likes the song, which is weird because he like usually criticizes a lot of shit that I send him. But he's like, yo, the video's dope. The song is really good. Like, good job. Like, cause he knows about you now because, you know, I mentioned him.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, video's sick. You know, I love the coloring. And I'm like, yes.
Nice.
You know, and I always preface it with like, you know, this guy I met in Texas, he's a little older, but whatever. He knows what's cool to a degree, you know, and what matches. And so I showed my other buddy last week, and he's just like loving everything. You know, he's just loving the you up front, you on the side, my cuts, you know, and just the snare hits at the right time. Everything was just good. So he's like, bravo to both of us. So
that's
really
awesome.
more to you because you spent a lot of time editing this thing. So, you know, congrats.
Thank you.
That's
what was weird is that so the cut of me in front of the microphone, that was legitimately my vocal take.
Yeah.
So
oh shit.
It was. So I've got this habit now where whenever I'm recording, I just throw my iPhone up.
Nice.
So if I'm doing the vocal take, I throw my iPhone up.
That's a good idea.
And I just have it. So just in case
That's a really, really good idea. Cool.
Yep. And so I actually set it up on purpose, knowing that I was going to record it. I went ahead and set up two angles. I had one in front of me and one on the side.
Oh,
well,
that's so cool. Okay.
And,
cool.
You know, you edit it, whatever later. So the good news is that I had that cut and I was like, all right, well, this would be cool. I want to add this somehow. Well, I think I even sent you like immediately, not too long. I was like, hey, I just did this thing. This is me singing the song.
Yeah.
But it was what you see here. It was in color. It's in my office. It's like,
right.
You know, he's just, all right, cool. It's just him singing it. I had no intention of using that video at all, but then I was like, all right, well, I got to do something and I have to, you know, whatever. So I thought, well, I could go outside somewhere. I don't know, socially distance in a park or whatever. But I was like, no, I'm going to try and mess around with some stuff. And I've been getting a lot better using Final Cut and editing and stuff. And I was like, maybe I could throw a filter on here and see what that looks like. And then
that's crazy. Cause that's what I've always thought. Your video can be like this run of the mill, like almost the worst video, but as long as you throw a filter that just matches a weird style, it works. It seriously works. It doesn't have to be like this $10,000 video. Like if it looks cool enough with that filter, you're good. You're seriously good.
Right. So the original filter wasn't the color that it is, and there was a specific reason for the color. So the original filter it's actually like a comic book look. And so someone did tell me, they're like, it looks like the video from Take On Me by Aha. And I was like, well, yeah, I guess that was it. But I didn't want it. I kind of knew that.
Yeah.
But Dusty Road, sort of semi-Western theme.
Right.
That overlay is actually like this, supposed to be like an aged paper look.
Yeah. You know? I like that.
But what it did was it allowed me to kind of focus in on just the parts. And so it kind of got rid of all the background. And then I learned how to do some stuff. And one of the things I learned how to do is to not just overlay the videos, because it's one thing just to split the video right in half. That's easy. Anyone can do that. But it's another thing where you have the whole video and then it's like, whoop, there's a pop up here and whoop, there's a pop up there. And I learned some new techniques. That's, look, it's basic stuff for just about anyone else. But for me, who's never really done it before, I was like, hey, I learned something new. And so I started tweaking it and playing with it. I'm like, oh, wait, I can do this. That's cool. Next thing you know, I've got like 4 videos going at once and mixing it all together. And then, that's how it happened. So
Nice.
I'm glad that it came out the way it did. And I think it worked really well. By the way, everyone, the artwork, thank you to Xavier, because he's the one that made the cover art. And I think that came out sick. Because another thing. Hey, we did not take the picture together. It looks like we did.
I know. That's what I was trying to do. I feel like I accomplished that somewhat, like, even though it's like completely different locations, completely different pictures, but we still, it works. It works exactly for the song. So
it does. It's got the right feel too, like the graininess of it.
Yeah, exactly. Matches the video, which is good.
It does. As a matter, you know what? If I could have gotten that filter somehow and like figured out how to put that on, that would have been sick.
Sure.
But
next time we got another one. It's okay.
We got plenty, because there's going to be more. We're going to do this again for sure. Anyway, so guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the song. You've heard me play it before. I had halfway contemplated telling everybody what the song meant. But I think I'm going to do something kind of like what you do. So Xavier's always said that he only shows his face on this show. Which is true.
That's true.
And he's kind of got a thing with it's like his persona. It's his style. But I've never really told anyone what Every Step's about. I haven't really told anyone what Back from the Mist is about. And I don't think I'm going to tell anyone what this one's about either. I think that there's enough there that you can imagine what you might think it is. And I think so. I like the mystery.
Yeah. That's cool.
I like the idea that maybe it is about someone. Maybe it isn't about someone. Maybe it's about an experience. Whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. So I think I'm going to leave it alone.
Okay.
Yeah. Not going to talk about it.
I accept it because I know what it's about.
Oh, that's true.
I love it.
You actually do. Anyway, so I think that's what we got going on. So, all right. Well, what are we doing next? When are we doing this again? Well, who's next?
Well, as far as for me, upcoming stuff, next month, no, actually not next, this month on the 12th, I got 2 songs I'm recording. One of them is called Nightmare. It's more of this Western. I'm really, really diving into this Western style sound that I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
One of them is called Nightmare. I'm going to use a lot of sounds with that. I'm using this producer that I know. I met through through my engineer, actually. This producer has worked with One Republic.
Cool.
So yeah, he's got a lot of ideas to bring me. I shared my stuff, and he's like, okay, cool. Let's talk about this. And so we got into a long conversation about, the direction that I'm trying to go in. And I got Nightmare, which is that Western style, and this song called We'll Meet Again. I'm still trying to find a specific sound for that, but I'm sure we'll figure that out. As far as, something you and I are doing, we should probably just get the ball rolling again. We put a lot of effort into shining through it. I don't see us not making another song, No,
we're making another one. I've got ideas. I mean, I've already got some songs written and ready to go. It's just like, I'm not trying to hog them and say on my own, hey, I'm going to put these out. I like what we're doing. And I think that we continue down that path. I actually have some songs that I'm going to re-release too. And there's definitely 1 or 2 that I might go, this needs to be redone. And so I'm considering some of that. But I think maybe also our next step is we need to spend an afternoon. We'll do a Zoom call. I think we need to spend an afternoon and just do a brainstorm and come up with an original concept, original idea.
Yeah.
And let's write something from scratch.
I'm super on board with that. Love doing that.
And I think that's really where the creativity can come from. I typically write best if I have just a little bit of something to go off of. Maybe it's a beat, maybe it's a bass line.
Sure.
Doesn't matter. And it doesn't have to be that. I mean, I can write prose without music, but sometimes the best stuff comes when you're just like, yeah.
Sure.
Sure. But anyway, I think that's what we have to look forward to, guys. So for me, I have 6 songs that are going to be released between now and June. I mean, they're songs that have never been released before, most of which you've heard on Live at Chance's House. And I'm not going to dive into all of them, the whys and whatever, but I'm going to make sure that they get out, and I want them to be heard and to a wider audience. And some of you haven't even heard some of them. I've only played a handful of them on here before, and definitely going to release some of those songs. And in the meantime, I'm also going to be writing a lot more too. So it's kind of what we had to look forward to. But all right, guys. Well, I think that's it. We've said what we've had to say.
I will say, okay, so these last 2 times, I feel like you've given me the final word. I think you should take it this time, because I always stumble my words and I'm just like, oh, I don't know what to say. So I think you should take it this time.
All right, I'll take the final word. The final word is this: 2020 has been a shit year. However, I've said this before. It's been one of the most creative times that I've ever had musically.
Nice.
I've done more. I've written more. My music has been, and your music, our music has been played to more people across more countries, across more things than have ever happened to me before in my entire life. And while the dumpster fire that is 2020 for everything else in this world, I've got my health. My wife loves me. My dog loves me. And I'm making sounds, as you say. And that part of my world and the center of my universe has been the best year I've ever had.
Nice. I love that. I do. I will give a round of applause for that. Fuck yeah. That's way better than anything I've ever had to say for the final word. Oh, God. I'm always just so like, what do I say?
Guys, that is it. Xavier, thank you so much for being on again. We've got this song. I can't wait. The video is going to premiere. Oh, by the way, so I've got the video premiere set for YouTube tonight. It'll broadcast and premiere on YouTube at 10:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Nice.
So everyone can check it out and start re-rolling it there. We're going to have, I've already got some stuff set up with a couple of music reviews. I've actually sent the song to a couple of people that they're going to listen to it. They're going to give an honest review on it. Let us know what they think. We're sending this song out. I think I know where I'm going to send it, but we're actually going to send this song for possibly a music sync licensing deal. You never know. I don't know that we're going to get anything out of it, but you know what? We're going to try like hell.
Sure.
And just see what happens. Ride the wave a little bit. Have some fun with it. And if you guys like it, all I ask is give it a share. And hey, that's really all I got. So guys, we're going to wrap this up, and I'm going to get on live with you. We're going to play the song one more time. Just, give me a couple of minutes to get set up, get the music going. Going to play live for you the rest of the night. And Xavier, we will talk soon, and you'll be on for number 6, I'm sure, co-hosting the next one. All right, guys, we'll see you in just a minute. Thanks for coming out. Live at Chance's House, Season 2, Episode 8. Live is coming. Here you go. We'll see you soon.
Now I can see the dusty road, and everything has become clear. The nightfall's coming. sunset is gone and it's starting to rain again. Where are we going? What are we gonna do? I've been laid out and dried up since then. Headlights coming and the moon is coming round. I want to be me again. I'm gonna walk right down this dusty road. I'm gonna try and find myself again. I'm gonna open up and cry to him. Oh Lord, I'm shining through. Oh Lord, I'm shining through. I'm all alone, my thoughts are broken. There needs to be some sacrifice. The sun is rising and I feel it coming on. I just want to find my way back home. I need to make a final choice, so don't waste my time. The rain comes pouring down and the planets collide. I look up for help, but there's clouds tonight. I'm gonna walk right down this dusty road. I'm gonna try and find myself again. I'm gonna open up and cry to him. Oh Lord, I'm shining through. Oh Lord, I'm shining through. The dark falls, the story is heard. You see the color paintings on the wall. Damn you, you can't be that blind. Don't you see they say it all? I'm gonna walk right down this dusty road. I'm gonna try and find myself again. I'm gonna open up and cry to him. Oh Lord, I'm shining through. Oh Lord, I'm shining through. As the world comes crashing